How's it going, guys? It's Lupus, and today I'm going to be doing the first part in a 3-part series I'll be doing over the next couple weeks, where I design and showcase my own concepts for the starter Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. Seeing as designing these Fakemon and building up reasoning for why the Pokemon are designed the way they are, this does take a lot of time, so it will be divided into 3 parts. The first of which will showcase my fire starter designs, and without further ado, let's take a look and see. Alright, so in creating my own fire starter, I wanted to make sure that I had sound logic behind my animal choice. I didn't want to just jumble up a list of animal names in a pot and pull a random one out. I decided to research any patterns or occurrences that people have observed in the creation of the starter Pokemon that have helped people predict what types of animals we might have saw in the past. While surfing through the web and watching a video by HDV where he went over potential starter Pokemon, he mentioned how all the fire starters up to this point have been somewhat based off of the Chinese zodiac animals. Intrigued, I decided to look more into it. Now, if I take the zodiac calendar and match up the fire starters with their closest animals, you can see the pattern. Granted, Cyndaquil is not a rat, he's still a rodent of sorts, being based off of a porcupine and a hedgehog, and Charmander, though not a dragon, does evolve into the most dragon-like Pokemon in the Pokedex.
But what about Fennekin? He's not a dog.
You're right, Joey. Fennekin is based off of a fox, which is very closely related to a dog, much like a wolf. The most popular dog on the internet, the Shiba Inu, is actually one of the closest things to a domesticated fox we have. So yeah, suck on that, Joey. Anyways, now that I've explained the Zodiac Fire Starter theory, you may be asking which of the remaining animals on the calendar did I choose? Well, I'll just go ahead and kill the suspense and go ahead and say I chose the bull. I know, in my last video I just said I wanted new animals for our starters, and we've definitely had bull Pokemon before in both Tauros and Bouffalant.
But Bouffalant's a bison!
Damn it, Joey. Let's face it, Bouffalant's just a Tauros with an afro, and I guess you could say the same thing about a bison compared to a bull too. Okay, back to the bull. I chose the bull because I thought it would be a great opportunity for Game Freak to make the Minotaur Pokemon that we have been wanting for ages. Don't you say it, Joey. I know what you're thinking. That's not a bull, and Cyndaquil's not a rat, so I think we can blur the lines a little. Now that I've explained my research and reasoning behind my animal choice, here's the Pokemon. Caflame. No, not Calf-Lame. I'll be honest, the names aren't the best, but this isn't about that, okay? This is about the design, and I think it's pretty sweet. Simple and adorable, and looks like a bull. Now, as little Caflame evolves, he changes into this guy, Bullaze. I tried to capture that kind of teenager going through puberty type feel that I feel like Charmeleon, Croconaw, Wartortle, Quilava, etc. all had, and I like to think that I captured that pretty well. Now for the final stage, I wanted to make sure that I made a drastic change. In the earlier generations, the change from 2nd to 3rd was much bigger than the 1st to 2nd. Wartortle to Blastoise, Charmeleon to Charizard, you get the point. More recently, starters have sort of evolved more evenly between stages, and I really wanted to design a 3rd stage that surprised you, like when Charmeleon tripled in size and grew wings. No, I didn't make a Minotaur with wings, instead I made this, Infernator. Not the greatest Minotaur design out there, but I definitely think it's different and unique and really makes a big change. I can picture this being our first Fire Dark starter, but if that doesn't float your boat, remove the flames from the hands and you've got a pretty solid firefighting. Stats-wise, I can see this Pokemon having a high physical attack and defense with a lower speed. But yeah, that's really all for this video. I just wanted to make a cool design capturing what I think we need to see in the designs. Now, I'm no Ken Sugimori, but this was less about artistic talent itself and more about the logic behind designing them, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you guys are looking forward to the water and grass starters I designed, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to hear all your opinions in the comment section down below, but as always, this has been Lupus, and remember, stay gold.